بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. در ادامه بحث‌های جلسه گذشته انشالله تو این فایل ضبط شده در مورد ادامه بحث انترپرایز آرکیتکچر صحبت خواهیم کرد. In this file I'm going to continue the discussion we did on enterprise architecture or EA in the last session, and I hope we can discuss a little bit more on this topic. In this file I will discuss all the matters in both languages, in English and in Farsi, so you can access both languages. Those who can understand Farsi will have no problem, and the people that may have difficulties understanding Farsi can take advantage of the English parts that I will discuss during this file. خب جلسه پیش ما در مورد تاپیک ها به طور کلی صحبت کردیم. In the last session we talked about topics that we were going to discuss. در مورد بک‌گراند یا زمینه پیدایش انترپرایز آرکیتکچر صحبت کردیم. در مورد دلایل و نیازمندی های استفاده از انترپرایز آرکیتکچر صحبت کردیم. Definition of enterprise architecture از دیگر مباحثی که خب حالا صحبت خواهیم کرد. جایگاه معماری سازمانی، مزایا و معایبش، اجزای معماری سازمانی، پروسس یا روال معماری سازمانی، یک بررسی اجمالی در مورد فریمورک های معماری سازمانی یا چارچوب های معماری سازمانی، چالش های معماری سازمانی و منابع گسترش. The topics that we are going to discuss, I've already talked about it. We're going to talk about background of enterprise architecture, reasons and requirements of using enterprise architecture. We will present a definition of enterprise architecture. The position of enterprise architecture is going to be discussed. The benefits and advantages, I've already talked about these, and I will not discuss any further. Just as a reminder, I went through the topics again. Now, there are lots of reasons and advantages for IT or information technology. برای بحث معماری، برای بحث ببخشید فناوری اطلاعات، دلایل و خب مزایای فراوانی وجود داره. در مورد اینها بحث کردیم. دلایل متفاوتی هست. There are different reasons and advantages. I've already talked about this as well. High volume information. You have no other choice than using IT to take advantage and use these high volume of information. In most of the cases you also need high speed. در بسیاری از موارد شما نیازمند سرعت بالا هستید and IT can deliver this high speed requirement for you very well. بحث گستردگی جغرافیایی هم هست که از دیگر مواردیه که شما باید بهش دقت داشته باشین که IT بحث گستردگی جغرافیایی رو خیلی خوب مدیریت میکنه. Geographical extent is another reason that shows you will need IT in your enterprise. Extreme accuracy is the other reason that you may need information technology in your enterprise. یا دقت خیلی زیاد که خب همگی به خوبی میدونیم که این دقت بالا توسط IT خیلی خوب ارائه میشه. Also, IT creates new opportunities, new job opportunities in your enterprise. IT باعث میشه که خب فرصت‌های شغلی خیلی خوبی در سازمان به وجود میاد و خب این فرصت‌های شغلی خیلی خوب از دیگر مزایای در واقع IT محسوب میشه. Therefore you can consider creating these new job opportunities as one of the advantages of information technology. Well, although there are lots of advantages in using IT, there are also some challenges that I've already discussed. I think the challenges, if not, I will discuss all of the IT challenges in this file. One thing that you should consider is that production of IT has its own complexities. Developing IT has its own complexities. Maintenance has its own complexities. So IT has some complexities that you should consider as one of the main challenges of using IT in your enterprise. باید به این نکته توجه داشته باشیم که تولید، توسعه و نگهداری IT خب یه مقداری پیچیدگی داره و این پیچیدگی‌ها شما باید بهش دقت کنید که این به عنوان یکی از چالش‌های اصلی IT شمرده میشه. اگرچه مزایای فراوانی داره، although it has lots of advantages, but it also has some complexities. Whether you're producing IT, whether you're developing the IT platform, or even in the maintenance phase of the IT, it has complexities that you should focus on, that you should concentrate on, and consider all these complexities. The second challenge of using IT is that as the business goes on and as the business grows bigger, the needs of the business changes. So, as the needs change, they may lose the compliance of the needs with the IT platform. شما باید اینو در نظر داشته باشین که همینطور که کسب و کار یا بیزنس رشد میکنه، نیازمندی های اون هم تغییر میکنه و این تغییر نیازمندی ها ممکنه باعث بشه که این نیازها دیگه با آیتی موجود در سازمان یا در بیزنس دیگه همخوانی نداشته باشه. You should consider that we are producing an IT platform. We are developing an IT platform that tries to help you reach the business needs and requirements. باید IT شما در راستای اهداف بیزنستون باشه، باید در راستای نیازمندی های بیزنستون باشه. So your IT must be in line with your business requirements. Now, assume that as the business grows, these requirements may change. So, as the business requirements changes, they may not be in line with your IT platform. دیگه IT شما در راستای اهداف شما نیست. خب پس این یک چالشه. Now this is a challenge. You should focus on this challenge. You should change your IT platform such that it is in line with your business requirements. اما چالش سوم اینه که نیازهای مشتریان به مرور زمان داره تغییر میکنه و این تغییر نیازهای مشتریان رو شما باید در نظر داشته باشید که ما داریم آیتی توسعه میدیم که در راستای نیازهای مشتریانه و این آیتی باید بتونه که اگر نیازهای مشتریان تغییر کرد بتونه خودش رو با نیازهای جدید وفق بده. The third challenge that we are discussing in this slide is that the customer's needs changes over time. And I've insisted on this matter that your IT must be in line with your goals, with your customer needs, and as the customer needs changes, your IT platform must change in a way to adapt to these needs. Now, if the IT platform cannot adapt to these changes, then this can be considered a very big challenge that needs to be tackled. این یک چالش خیلی بزرگ خواهد بود که آیتی نتونه خودش رو با نیازهای مشتریان وفق بده و خب بنابراین ما باید به این چالش دقت کنیم که باید همونطوری که نیازهای مشتریان تغییر میکنه آیتی بتونه خودش رو با این تغییرات وفق بده. So your IT platform must adapt to changing customers' needs. Now the fourth challenge is the dependence of the organization on the system and system manufacturers. Let me discuss this challenge in a form of an example. Consider that your organization or your enterprise uses a software system. Now, as the enterprise uses this software system, it depends on this system and it depends on the manufacturer of this system. In other words, the organization or the enterprise becomes dependent on this system, and when you become dependent on a system, you also become dependent on the manufacturer of this system. ببینین همونطور که سازمان از یک سیستمی، حالا ممکنه این سیستم مثلا یک سیستم نرم افزاری باشه، همونطور که با این سیستم نرم افزاری کار میکنه ممکنه به مرور زمان سازمان به این سیستم نرم افزاری وابسته بشه و قطعا همینطوریه دیگه، چون کارمندان سازمان وابسته میشن به این سیستم. و بعد بدیهی که داره اینه که وقتی یک سازمانی به یک سیستمی وابسته میشه به تولید کننده اون سیستم هم وابسته خواهد شد. So assume this, consider this as a fact that as the enterprise or the organization uses a system, the employees of that enterprise become dependent on that system now. I've used an example considering a software system, for example, and the employees of that enterprise become dependent on that system. So when the employees become dependent on the system, then the enterprise becomes dependent on that system. And when you become dependent on a system, then you will be dependent on the manufacturer of the system. So this can be a very big challenge that you need to focus on it, that you need to consider it. And um, as a matter of fact, um, this challenge needs to be tackled. Now, the fifth challenge in this slide is the loss of organizational flexibility in response to the change of procedures. Your procedures in the organization or in your business are not constant, and these procedures also may change over time. Now, um, responding to these changes when you use IT is not easy. Now, when responding is not easy, then you may lose the flexibility in your organization. So, this challenge also needs um, to be concentrated on. چالش پنجمی که اینجا توی این اسلاید بهش اشاره شده اینه که خب حالا روال ها تو سازمان یا توی بیزنس ثابت نیستن و این روال ها ممکنه در طول زمان تغییر کنن. خب طبیعتاً وقتی شما دارین از آیتی تو سازمانتون استفاده میکنین، دارین از بستر فناوری اطلاعات تو سازمان استفاده میکنین، یه مقداری خب این انعطاف پذیری کم میشه و وقتی این انعطاف پذیری کم میشه این به عنوان یک چالش مطرح میشه که ما داریم اصلا به طور کلی انعطاف پذیری رو درون سازمان از دست میدیم و خب این به عنوان چالش هستش. One other thing that I think needs to be discussed here is that when you use the IT platform in your organization or in your enterprise, flexibility of the enterprise reduces because changing everything is not as easy as always because when you don't use the IT platform, you can change it whenever you need it without any problem. But here, when you use the IT platform, changing is not that easy. So what I want to insist on is that using the IT reduces the flexibility. Now, this should be considered as a challenge. So this is why here we have considered this as the fifth challenge of using IT. Now, the sixth challenge that has been discussed here is the production of systems with similar powers. I think I just mentioned an example in an organization that uses a software system. Now, when you decide to choose a software system or a system for an enterprise, you should keep in mind that there are other systems with similar powers as the system that you have already chosen. So this makes choosing a system much more harder, because you have um, various systems. They have similar powers, they have similar features, and it will not be easy for you to choose between these systems. چالش ششمی که اینجا بهش اشاره کرده اینه که خب به هر حال ما سیستم های مشابهی داریم که این سیستم ها قدرت و ویژگی های خیلی مشابه اون سیستمی رو دارن که ما همکنون حالا یا داریم در سازمان اون استفاده میکنیم یا میخوایم مثلا برای سازمان یا ارگانیزیشنمون خرید کنیم. پس این یه مقداری انتخاب رو برای ما دشوارتر خواهد کرد، به خاطر که خیلی سیستم ها هستن که این سیستم ها قابلیت های یکسانی دارن، امکانات یکسانی دارن و خب این قطعا به عنوان یکی از چالش ها در اینجا مطرح خواهد بود. استفاده از آیتی هزینه‌های تولید، توسعه و نگهداری رو افزایش میده. اینو باید در نظر داشته باشید که استفاده از بستر آیتی خب یک سری هزینه‌ها در سازمان افزایش میده و این باز یکی از همون مواردیه که ما اینجا به عنوان یک چالش بهش اشاره کردیم. The seventh challenge that has been discussed in this slide is that using the IT platform increases the production costs, increases the development costs, and increases the maintenance costs. And this could be a very serious challenge that you should consider in using the IT platform, because when you decide to use the IT platform, you should know that using this platform will increase your production costs, will increase your development costs, and also will increase your maintenance costs. As you see, in the second challenge that we have already discussed, I mentioned that the business needs and requirements changes over time, and as these requirements changes, you might lose your compliance over time with your IT platform. Now, this brings up the eighth challenge here, that converts your purchased systems to unused systems. This can also be a very serious challenge that you should also concentrate on, that converts your purchased systems into unused systems.